For God's mercy, I would have been in Herbalist by now. I gave my life to Christ in September. My father died in December. 3 months mercy. And I was already soaked in the idol worship. I was already a priest. I had swallowed stuff. They had taken me to Benin Republic. I had gone to bathe naked on a heap of cola nuts. I had swallowed stuff. There are things I couldn't. I was not. I had to swallow them with my tongue from the ground. My father had taken me through all that process. 3 months to his death. Jesus sneaked into my house. He used my father himself. My father was the one that bought the Bible. He thought it was a cartoon. He did not know that it was picture Bible. He bought it in traffic and dropped it carelessly on the table. I just carelessly roamed into the living room. I was just going, wait a minute this. I picked the book, sat down, first page, second page, third page. My father was going to die next 3 months. He got to the point where he was carrying cross. The whole living room became cold. I said, hey, I was 14 years old. I said, what happened? I hear this voice. My son, I did this for you. I said, so what do I do? He said, give me your life. Yeah. Me, that was a rascal. Listen to me. I like problem. I like problem. It's Jesus. So I went to even learn Kung Fu. I was beating up people in the class. I was collecting people's stuff because I had charms in my waist. I'll just show you one charm like, hey, give me where. That was what I was doing. So when I knelt down like that in that living room, I knew that there was nobody else that cannot crack. I began to weep. I said, so what do I do from here? I was hearing one church singing. He said, you go to that church on Sunday and go and come out publicly that you have given your life to him. So the next Sunday I went to that church. I said, who wants to give their life to Christ? I said, Jesus, is this the time? He said, go out now. So I go out. The moment the church members saw me like this, and they know me, that my father is an herbalist. Ha! What's this? And the moment I gave my life, I said, yes, I want to join the choir. So they allowed me to join the choir. I now began to play the drums. The drum of shrine in the house of the Lord. Masquerade dance. The pastor quickly called the choir coordinator. He said, oh yeah, that guy. Which kind of drum is this? That's the only drum I know. Because I came from this shrine. That was the familiar sound I used to hear. So I brought it into the house of the Lord. But the house of the Lord could not take it. They said, please go back. I now went back to Jesus. I said, Jesus, nobody wants to be my friend. Will you be my friend? He said, yes, Philip. I will be your friend. That was where I learned how to hear God clearly. Because nobody wanted to tell me anything. I said, Jesus, you have to explain this Bible to me by yourself. That is why I can hear God where I hear God. It was because nobody was willing to teach me anything.